Hi everyone, I'm Itzel and I did not wake up like this. I actually had to put some effort into it. Like I showered, I did some stuff to my hair and my face. I wrote a script, I recorded, I edited, and then I uploaded the video like I usually do. You know, like all normal people upload videos. Click upload and run away from the computer as fast as you can. Am I the only one doing? So why am I telling you all of this? Well, because if you're anything like me, you may always be looking for the goal, the deliverable, what you're here to do. Maybe you even have the acceptance speech for your dream award ready. But not until recently had I really started to appreciate and embrace the process, like the effort that leads to the acceptance speech. So here's a question for you. How do you feel about putting effort into things? Is it daunting? Is it exciting? Is it a duh, of course you have to? Or is it a do I really have to? Whichever your reaction, I feel you. I too hold the very popular belief that hard work is the key to success. However, putting effort into things used to make me really uncomfortable. It was uncomfortable because, by definition, putting effort into something basically means putting a lot of work into an unguaranteed, uncertain result. And that made me feel really vulnerable. For years, I had this unchallenged belief that if I had to put a lot of effort into something, that meant that I really didn't have enough natural ability to excel at it. Today, I realized that I unconsciously concluded two things from this. The first one is that if I have to put some effort into it, that just means that I'm not naturally talented, which basically means I'm not enough. The second one was, well, if I'm not effortlessly enough for this, why should I even try? Can you imagine? This left me often afraid to do anything unless I knew I could do it extremely well. In other words, I would keep myself to my comfort zone and refuse to seriously explore anything at which I did not have a very good chance to be fantastic. Does this sound familiar at all? How many things have you not tried just because it's very uncomfortable to think that you might not be the best at it? Maybe you're a fantastic basketball player who refuses to give swimming a try, or a prolific piano player who will not dare dance. Now, this doesn't necessarily mean that you have to do things you don't like to do. What I'm trying to get to is that it might be worth asking yourself what is underneath that. For example, I know that I used to be trapped by whatever talent I had, both by the scope and the depth of my talent. For example, I would only play basketball and wouldn't try volleyball, which basically meant that I rarely pushed further than the level that my natural talent took me to. Because in my mind, trying hard at something was basically saying, I'm not good enough to do this effortlessly. And of course, I would completely freeze at this thought. I would be paralyzed by the fear of appearing vulnerable or untalented in the eyes of those around me. So I would much prefer to go back to my comfy jacuzzi in my comfort zone. Effort used to make me very uncomfortable. Uncomfortable about being caught trying and failing. Uncomfortable about seeing people I cared for try and fail. And I think that's why I would celebrate and admire people who would accomplish things without apparently breaking a sweat. But see, I think that's a very dangerous thing, because on one hand, it makes us obsessed with the top, with the Oscar acceptance speech. But on the other hand, it makes us really impatient and frankly skeptical about the effort that it takes to get us there. So here's what I propose. I propose that we call bullshit. Everybody say bullshit. I propose that we call bullshit on the effortless success myth. I propose that the next time that you are faced with a choice to A, take a dip in the warm water of that comfort zone jacuzzi, or B, risk looking like a fool, trying something for which you don't have any assurances of success, that you be brave. You be brave and dare to care. You be brave and work hard at it, and risk people noticing that you are working hard at it, and maybe even fail. This is me attempting to do exactly that right now. This is me deciding to stop perceiving effort as a sign of inability. I had a choice to stay in my warm, comfort zone jacuzzi, watching talk after talk, reading book after book, writing page after page with my take on how to live happily and wholeheartedly. Or I could choose a topic that really matters to me, record a video about it, and share my thoughts with the world. Sounds pretty straightforward, right? Let me tell you about how it feels. It feels like I just stood up and stepped out of my comfort zone jacuzzi. Without wrapping myself in a towel or putting any clothes on, I decided to walk into a crowded stadium. And then I decided to just stand in the middle of that field to finally open my arms and share my deepest thoughts with the world. Scary? Very. Do I feel super vulnerable creating content, sharing it with the world, and then having the people who know me witness me putting in the effort? Abso-freaking-lutely. And yet, I cannot recommend it enough. It's as difficult as it is empowering, as scary as it's liberating. So stop trying to look effortlessly fabulous. What I really care about is what you're willing to jump out of that warm jacuzzi for. What is that longing in you, that wondering, that is worth risking looking like a fool for? Is it a dream? Is it an adventure? This is mine. This is me risking looking like a fool for my lifelong dream of connecting with people and elevating them. It feels terrifying, completely ridiculous. I might even fall flat on my face. But you know what? My fingers are too pruny from that jacuzzi water anyway. So what do you think? Do you shy away from effort or does it come easy to you? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching and see you next week.
Yeah,